okay, you can want that. Good luck. Like, just numbers wise. And then it's like, again, well, why are you talking about this? Because when I was bitter. In college with my ex, I was bitter. I was loud about it. I was loud. And it was because I was mad that he wasn't choosing me, right? As soon as I accepted, like, then I'm like, I'm cool. Like,
a hit dog will holler.
Alright, welcome back, beautiful people.
Yes.
To our second segment of the show, Either Or.
Both and.
So you clearly won that coin toss.
You know,
so,
3 for 3. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I gave you the first one.
Steph Curry with the shot.
But
whatever. Did I go first though? Steph Curry with the shot.
Did you still win too though?
You know what I mean? Quarters hurt.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So keep playing now. Throw this quarter at you. This ain't no penny now. You're gonna do some damage.
Oh gosh. Alright, first question. And he is joking for all who are listening.
Oh my God, please
because some
people really be like, he's doing coin abuse.
Like, come on now. Alright, anyways. First question that you will be answering first is, have you ever been called a pick-me? Yes or no?
Have I ever been called a pick-me? Nah. I mean,
no.
Yeah, I know. I was like, no.
Yes.
Ooh, you've been called a pick-me.
Now, mind you, pick-me's are usually associated with women and pick-me-sha for black women. But, yeah. Go ahead and explain your no.
Alright, so the reason why I've never been called a pick-me is because I'm male. Therefore, I'm on the other side of things. Especially now that I'm getting my money up and everything else like that. I'm gonna be one of the motherfuckers that everybody wants to be picked by, you know. I don't want y'all. Bless you, mother.
Thank you.
And way to turn away from that. Look at you with your audio professionalism. Just sneezing away from the mic. You better go ahead. Unlike me, I'll be all... Y'all be hearing me coughing shit. But anyways, no COVID though. I have not been called that because I'm a male. I don't know the experience of it. I have had moments of women being admired, like admiring me and putting me on somewhat of a pedestal based off of social clout when it comes to like school. I was in a lot of organizations.
2 degrees.
Yeah, 2 degrees, all sort of stuff. Like, so some of that, but like not to a huge level. I think a lot of that comes with more access to the public eye and all those other things. So for me, it's just a easy no, just because of my gender.
So this question was for me.
Yes, this is all for you. Basically.
Yes. Because I was like, when we were coming up with this question, I was like, this is solely for me. You have no experience with this.
None.
So, yes, I have. Now, in these contexts where I have been called a pick-me. All right. Glad I got it.
Contexts.
Yeah, where I have been called a pick-me, it's usually in relationship to women saying they wanted to be financially taken care of.
So wait, hold on. So you were getting called a pick-me.
Yes.
Because you were
challenging someone's idea of relationships because they want to be financially taken care of.
Oh, so this is projection for real. Okay, go ahead.
So, and it's been multiple instances, and even to the point, I think one post that I reposted, so the main post was talking about basically women having children with men who did not want to be fathers. And I was just like, women, be aware of your choices or something. Something about like, it's your choice, you know?
Choose the men wisely. Don't let any guy just give you a baby. Being responsible. Makes sense.
You know, safe sex. I've been on birth control forever. I haven't had one pregnancy, so...
Don't worry, fellas. We don't get it.
So yeah, so all I said, it was something about women, you have a choice. And that's like, there are multiple choices in having a child with someone who doesn't want to be a father. And someone called me a pick-me. And so in those contexts, when people respond to me in a way where it's negative, I do self-reflect. I'm like, okay, am I doing something? Because a part of the Urban Dictionary definition was like throwing other women under the bus, right? So I was like, am I doing that? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Because when I am allowing women or giving women permission to acknowledge your choices, I'm empowering you to know that it is within your choice, the actions that you decide for your life, the people you allow in your life. That is empowering to me, to acknowledge that you have choice in it. You don't just have to accept all that come in. Like this whole, what's the thing with attraction? Like you attract what you put out and stuff like that.
Law of attraction?
I guess. But it's in the context of like, no, just because a guy came up to you does not mean you attracted to that. Doesn't mean you drew that in. It just may mean he came up to you. Like you don't have to accept that just because that's what you were offered, you know? And this goes into our episode, Ladies, You Decide Your Own Pain, He Toxic, She Toxic, They Toxic series.
Which this would be a part of.
Exactly. So yeah, it's empowering you to acknowledge your own choices is not a bad thing. And the fact that you are calling me a pick-me, which goes with the context of me throwing women under the bus, and I'm like, what?
But how though?
How?
But how though?
Really?
No, but for how though?
Please let me know in the comments below. Okay.
Hey, say it again. Hey.
Please let me know in the comments below.
Hey, please let me. Hey, that shit go. Hey, you know? That shit go. Right, I'm sorry.
But so that part, and then as far as like me challenging these women's standards, they basically end it with, you know, I'm gonna do me and you do you, which is all fine and stuff, but it's like you complaining on Facebook right now about you wanting a man, not getting a man because of your standards. So when I'm like, hey, maybe you should check your standards, maybe take some accountability to what, again, your choices are, then I'm a pick-me. Because I'm either throwing women under the bus or I'm changing myself, ergo my standards, for the male approval. One, I ain't changed a goddamn thing about my standards. I never valued money. So, like, that's just me. But, so you calling me a pick-me because I'm saying to change your standards. And it's like, one, you don't got to do a goddamn thing. But two, I'm just having the conversation, again, with the numbers. Like, you can want that good luck, like just numbers wise, and then it's like, again, well, why are you talking about this? Because when I was bitter in college with my ex. I was bitter. I was loud about it. I was loud, and it was because I was mad that he wasn't choosing me, right? Soon as I accepted, like, then I'm like, I'm cool. Like,
a hit dog will holler.
Exactly.
You clearly are hurt.
You know?
If you always talking about
and then said I needed to do some work. She unfriended me. After I think I tagged her into our Men You Are More Than ATMs episode. And then she unfriended me. And I was like, I knew that was probably coming. But it's also like a lot of these women aren't committed to growth. And that was something I just had to accept. Because to me, I'm always learning. I'm always growing. Like, life is not over, so
everybody's like that.
Still continuing. Yeah, and I had to realize and accept that not everybody has the value of being committed to growth. Not everybody wants to do that work. Not everybody's ready to do that work. And I can't expect other people to want to grow because they may not want that for themselves. And I just have to accept them how they are, you know? But on my timeline, I want people who are committed to growth. So I'm an unfriend too. I ain't scared of no button.
I ain't scared no butt.
Like, again, you choose the people in your life. So, yeah.
Push that thing. What up?
You know? So, that was my experience with being called a pick-me. And you really helped me with that and just acknowledging that was their projection. You know?
I can see that shit from a mile away now. I done got good at it.
Yeah.
Like, it's usually when I'm, like, taken aback. Because I'm like, wait, hold on. I wasn't trying to do that. Why are you acting like I was trying to...
And like, y'all.
So what?
I have a man in my life. Like, I'm good. So why am I in your comments having a discussion because that's what the comment button allows on Facebook? Like, people really be like, why are you commenting, creating your own post? Like, what the fuck is the point of the comment? Oh, you want it validation only? Well, why didn't you say that?
Honestly, that's what a lot of social media is. It's like, and I'm gonna talk about this on a video I'm gonna do for Oso Smart Productions about social media.
Hey.
That y'all can check out.
Plug.
Plug, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mental health for artists all day.
Hey.
But yeah, talking about how social media, a lot of times when people post, they're not looking to create conversation or dialogue or have a challenging of perspective. They're looking for validation on the perspective that they already have that they might feel insecure about. So they're looking for that gang of other people that feel the same way so they can feel better about feeling that same way. It's easier to not, everything's better in groups, easier in groups. It's easier to support each other and have a supportive environment of growth in groups, but it's the same thing as commitment to not growing.
Yes.
Exactly, because then it's like, well, you ain't growing? Well, then I know plenty of people who are not growing, and she says she's just like me, so we good. It's not us, it's them. And
So
it's
again,
just easier and it's a pattern.
Like, and mind you, I have plenty of people on my timeline who I don't agree with, but we have some great conversations.
And that's the difference, you know, wanting to actually have the conversation, engage in that, rather than it just being like a, yo, everybody like this, everybody comment, hell yeah, yes girl, preach.
And then, yeah, so I'm like, as soon as they say, like, I'm like, oh,
If you
you're
would've
only
said,
looking
yes,
for
girl,
validation. Yeah, and I was
would've
like,
been
okay,
good.
I'm gonna hop off then, because I was open to conversation. You were not, so all right, bye. But
So that's something that we're gonna have to get used to too, because yeah, some people are gonna just want to have conversations where they just want their opinion validated versus talking. You know, I don't mind my opinions being challenged anytime because I have faith in them. In myself and my ability to discern information and how I've come to believe these things. If there's new information, then I'm like, okay, let me take that in.
Yeah, and
versus
it's also
me being threatened, my whole entire being is being threatened because you challenged one idea I had. What the fuck kind of insecure shit is that?
Yo, the whole you and your romantic partner are living or sleeping in separate bedrooms, be challenging people's whole idea of relationships. That one's fun. I'm like, how does it break down everything?
Bruh, I've done this to couples before. Like recently, a couple of mine.
Yeah.
Well, I suggested that same thing because in their dynamic, the woman has a higher sex drive. So basically, our dynamic flip. Yeah. So the woman has a higher sex drive, and the man isn't as assertive. So he doesn't necessarily initiate. So to create an environment where the man has to initiate, because he still gets horny and shit. I said, why don't y'all sleep in separate bedrooms? It would force him to have to come to see you in order to get the desire that he has met, rather than being passive and just being like, you up, baby, you up. Versus that, because she'd be annoyed. She'd be like, man, I want a man to charge of me. Like, come here, girl, I'm about to, all that. She wanted that type of passion within her sexual relationship. She was not getting it. But when he has to come in and you hear him creep, that door open up. Hey, baby, what you doing? That shit turned her the fuck on, and their sex was like popping.
Oh,
again.
so they did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it worked. It actually worked out. Now, that wasn't a long-term situation. Obviously, we're working on other things. But that's an example of like just challenging a perspective can lead to growth and better connections and relationships. These women online who just want validation are never going to get any of that. Because they're like, sleeping in separate bedrooms means that you're going to get a divorce. If you don't add that within context of more information, and you just are looking at a validation of like, well, we're going to be together because we sleep together. And that's a strong foundation.
It's this idea, this fairy tale of what you want your marriage or your relationship to look like. And it's like, you all need to come to terms with need to come to terms with that other partner and see what the fuck works.
For y'all, You can take little pieces and bits from everybody's relationship. God damn it, if I hit this mic one more time. Pieces from other people's relationships. But again, it has to fit you. And the only way you will know that is if you're open to explore new perspectives.
Hey, it's the Real Family. It's your girl Rocqi.
And your boy Oso.
And thanks for being here. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell.
Right, because subscribing and hitting that notification bell does two very important things. One, it gives you notification on our new content and make sure that you're up to date on everything that we put out every week.
Every week.
You know, every week.
Every week.
And then number two, it helps your boy and your girl out with some money. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it honest.
It's so real, baby.
But in all seriousness, this is just like the video portion, the YouTube portion of our content. We are It's So Real podcast. So we have all these episodes just waiting for y'all on how many platforms?
11 different streaming platforms.
11.
So it's up to you to choose.
Yeah, there's no excuses. We on everything. So whatever platform you're most comfortable listening to stuff, your content on, we're right there for you. So look us up. It's So Real Podcast.
And our link tree is available on our YouTube channel. Go over there, find the platform that works best for you, subscribe to our podcast, and hear the full thing, because we have a lot more to say than what shows up on our YouTube channel.
Exactly. With that being said, check out the rest of our videos while you're here.
You know? And be sure to subscribe.
All right, y'all. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
And love.
Always.